So we saw during the pandemic a lot of countries not liking, obviously, China's response to the pandemic, how some people say, they were covering things up. And then, tensions between the U.S. and China kind of accelerated. There was the consulates that closed. What did you make of the China's response and their dealing of the pandemic, and then how it impacted America's relations with China?
China's reaction to the pandemic? Well, from what I can see, China's done a less bad job than most people. I mean, China's completely open now. When you go on the internet, they're all in the streets shopping, at the bars, at the restaurants, dancing, having a fabulous time, traveling. So whatever they're doing, and you can fake some numbers, but you can't fake people going to the restaurants and fake people in the street shopping. So whatever they've done, they've certainly seemed to have done a less bad job than we have, we being the United States. Elijah, throughout history, when things go wrong, politicians all over the world blame foreigners. It's very easy to blame foreigners. They have different skin, different languages, different food, different clothes, different everything. And so people always blame the foreigners. That's what's happening again. When we had our big epidemic, our last one in 2009, the swine flu, people weren't going around saying, oh, the horrible United States, you had a virus and you closed us all down. I mean, that's never happened before in history that I know of anyway. I don't know. I guess it's because some journalists or politicians needed to sell newspapers or to blame somebody. So they started blaming the Chinese. And I'm sure the Chinese made mistakes. Nobody told the Chinese it was coming. They were caught by surprise like everybody else. I happen to have been in Wuhan on January 10th and January 11th. Wuhan, that's the place that supposedly where it all started, et cetera, et cetera. Well, I mean, here I am. I came out of there alive. I came out of there with both arms and legs, and I didn't get the virus. But the main reaction that I can see is people need scapegoats. It's easy to blame foreigners. People in Washington, both the Democrats and the Republicans, have said we're going to use the Chinese to win this election. And they're doing it. Is it good for America? No. Is it good for the world? No. Throughout history, we know that trade wars and trade tensions and political rivalries and tensions have never been good for anybody. The thing that is good is to open up and work together to bring prosperity for everybody. But I'm not a politician running for office in America in 2020.
Now, when it comes to China's economy, do you think these tensions will have any impact? Because I know you've talked about before how you think that China is going to be the next biggest economy in the world. So does this kind of impact that at all, that forecast?
Well, Elijah, that's already happened. China's went from nothing. It's the second largest economy in the world now. So it has become the next big economy. It's going to be the largest economy in the world down the road. Now, it'll take a long time per capita because there's so many of them. But I don't see anything to change that. Of course, there'll be setbacks along the way. America became the most successful country in the 20th century. But along the way, Elijah, we had many depressions with a D. We had a horrible civil war. We had massacres in the streets. We had, you could buy and sell congressmen. Well, you could still buy and sell congressmen in America, but they were cheap in the old days. America had many problems as we rose to great success. So China's going to they're going to be bankruptcies in China. There are going to be all kind of problems in China, but I don't see anybody else on the horizon that is going to rise in the 21st century. But don't think there won't be problems. There will be. It's going to scare everybody. It's going to scare me. I told you they're going to be bankruptcies. Well, it's going to scare people, including me. And I just told you they're coming. But I don't see anybody else.